Change is a direction, a solution, or a set of decisions created into action being introduced in our lives to improve the way work gets done, how things are comprehended, or in general, how we act and live our life for the better. So, what changed in me after senior high school? On first glance, this is a simple and straightforward question. I just answer the question and move on with my life. But after overthinking the question, a simple question mind you, and yes, overthinking is kind of my thing. Overthinking, I hate that sinking feeling. I realize just how complex and difficult this question is. Since the more I think about it, there are a lot of factors that need to be considered in order to determine what really changed me. Now, I could make this into a 5-hour-long deep retrospective investigation into what really changed Emil Kaliwag after senior high school. But I think I'll just be blunt and stop overthinking. I think what really changed in me is that I became more independent and more self-reliant. I learned to appreciate my own company much more, instead of over-depending on others to make me laugh or happy. But now, that isn't to say that I don't need anyone anymore. That's absurd. No man is an island. I still meet with my barkadas, talk to my friends, and hang out with them. But what I realized is, I'm no longer dependent on them to make me happy. I myself am enough to make myself happy. Now, I know what you may be thinking. I might just be outgrowing them, but that's simply not the case since I still hang out with them and I enjoy their company. Plus, we still have a lot of things in common. It's just that I don't base my emotions on people and let them dictate whether or not I should be happy, sad, or angry, which in the first place, I shouldn't have let it happen. But since the main topic of this speech is change, that's what I realized. Before, I couldn't go and do a simple task without asking my friend to accompany me, or make a decision without asking that friend to make that decision for me, which is really unhealthy. I should be my own person and make decisions and do stuff without people by my side, which I am now. And plus, now when a gimmick is cancelled or if a certain person can be by my side, I don't get upset or throw a fit. I just accept it for what it is and remind myself that everyone has their own thing going and that I should appreciate my own company over anyone else's. Another change I realized within me is that I should stop worrying about the things I have no control over. Now, I'm in no way a stoic, but I learned that it's unnecessary to stress about the things that you have no control over. After going through a lot in senior high school, through the ups and downs and the highs and the lows, unnecessary stress is really uncalled for. And it's better to live in the moment and enjoy the little things that happen along the way. Another thing that changed me was the way I digest adversities and struggles. Wherein before, I would take every loss or defeat I had as a negative experience. Now, I take everything, even a loss, and count it as a win since every time you lose, in a way you're actually winning. Now that might sound confusing and let me explain. For every time you lose, you gain a new experience that can harden and improve you as a person. That's how wise men are born. Wise men are born not by their severe knowledge, but by the sheer loss they had to endure in order to get that knowledge. Now, I'm not a wise man, I'm far from it, but with this type of mindset, I am now more eager to face and try new things without the worry of me losing or making a mistake in certain situations, since I can use the knowledge and experience I gained from that situation to make me into a better person. Wow, that was a lot of words. Why don't we take a break and check out my plans? Welcome to Planting Progress number 3. Since I figured we'd take a break from my long speech, so many words, I figured out I'd show you the progress of my plants. If I remember correctly, there are 2 silis and 3 kamates and 1 fruit bearing tree, which is currently a fruit. But let's get into it. So, I don't remember what these are. My best guess are these are the sillies. They're still alive. So that's good. My main star right here is the fruit-bearing tree, which is the papaya. As you can see, it has significantly rose and it has significantly grown since the last time I've shown it. Currently a tree, papaya. I think it grows. It's actually pretty cool. Here are the others. Here, I think this is the kamatis. I'm not really sure, but yep. I believe these are the sillies. There we go. They've grown as well. Although, as I said at my last video, or my last plant progress, which is progress is progress no matter how small it is.
Progress is progress no matter how small it is.
Can't deny that this is pretty good progress. My papaya is growing pretty well. So, this is probably my final planting progress. So, that's it.
So this is my final planting progress for the subject, and I can't even lie, my plants are looking kinda rough, especially the sillies and kamatis, but come on, can't take away the fact that the papaya is growing so well. I'll definitely take care of them because they're still alive and there's still hope, but yeah, I think that's it for my planting progress. This was a very cool project. Thank you, sir.
For my talent, what was that? I'll actually be doing that indoors since it's creepy as hell out here. Alright, we're back at the headquarters, the base of operations. At least we're inside now. It's not as creepy as outside, but for my talent, ako ay tutula. Isang matandang makata. Sa paggawa ng tula, ako'y nanghihina na. Ang dating makata ay parang wala nang may bubuga. Kay tagal na nang muli kong lumikha. Humihina na ang aking mga gawa. Subalit ang paggawa ng tula, hindi mawawala kung mananatili sa puso at kaluluwa. Sapagkat ang makatang ito ay hindi magsasawa sa paggawa ng mga tula na nagbibigay ng lungkot at saya. Subalit, ngayon, parang ako'y sumabit. Walang inspirasyon. Gagamitin na lang ang galit sa sistemang bulok at pangit. Mga politikong nangangakong magbigay ng langit. Subalit, kasinungalingan na lang palagi. Wala nang nagbago, mapa ngayon o dati. Sandali, nakakasawa ang paksa. Tapos na ang eleksyon. Sa susunod na lang magiging aktivista. Ba't di na lang kaya pag-ibig? Sakto, uhaw na rin akong umibig. Kaso, pare-pareho lang naman kayo, mga manluloko at magagago. So, ano na lang kaya ang paksa ng aking pinakahuling tula? Pwedeng eskwela, pakikipagsapalaran o mga kaibigan? Ay, hindi ko na talaga alam. Ay, sandali. Ba't di na lang ang aking munting halaman? Aking halaman, ikay aking pinaghirapan. Sa konting oras nating pinagsamahan, maraming masasayang alaala ang naranasan. Aking halaman, ikay parang aking kaibigan. Dinidiligan, pinagmamasdan, araw-araw tinitignan. Binabantayan para hindi lumapit ang kamatayan. Subalit pag ikay namatay, ang grado ko ay maglalaho ng tunay. Ang totoo, simbolismo lamang ito. Aking mga kaibigan, sa halaman na to, mabubuhay ang ating mga pinagsamahan sa hirap at sa ginhawa. Hindi ko kayo makakalimutan. Kaya paalam na aking mga halaman kaibigan.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Alright, back to it. Now, truthfully, I can't think of another change, so I think it's time for my farewell speech.
Finally!
I know the first half of my speech consisted of me not depending on others for happiness anymore. And I know that it may foreshadow me forgetting everything and leaving everything behind once I moved on from senior high school. And that may be the case if not for the simple fact that old people ramble about not forgetting who you are and where you came from. So I just can't do that. Plus, the song Minsan reminds me of all the friends, barkadas, and memories I made along the way. But what I do find quite unusual is that we as humans have the tendency to attribute negative connotation to such beautiful things, such as forgetting. Now, forgetting, if done the right way, is a beautiful thing, since I believe in order to grow as a person and to truly move forward in life, we must forget about certain people and certain situations that have no relevancy or impact in our lives. If a certain person is holding you back and can't make you grow anymore, it's probably best to cut them off and forget them, so that you can grow and flourish even more as a person. And although I said that I have less fear of jumping into new situations now, there's no need to become vulnerable again, since sometimes things aren't what they seem. Letting your guard down for even a second can cause the most catastrophic event, changing situation that can completely alter your life. It's important that we remember that when you're at your best, expect the worst, and when you're at your worst, expect the best. So to wrap this up, what really changed in me after senior high school? Nothing really. Truthfully, I'm still the same person. I'm just great at concealing who I really am now. I'm still that same indecisive kid who can't choose on whether or not to speak Tagalog or English in his spoken poetry.
Ay nako, napasobra na naman ako. Tila hindi makapili ng isang wika para sa isinasagawang tula.
Joke, I'm just kidding. A lot has changed in me. From my time to Don Bosco up to now here in Dubsu. Pero from time to time, I'll still miss my friends and I'll still worry about the things I can't control. But I'm sure something changed in me. But I really don't know. But what I do know is that when I turn 60, I'll look back at this chapter in my life and remember the failures, the success, and the adventures I had along the way, and how much this experience from my senior high school changed me and how it laid the groundwork and foundation for my future work. Agham lang ito sa mahabang buhay na nasa harap natin. Lilipas ang oras, puputi ang aking buhok at makakalimutan ko ang maliliit na bagay. Pero matatandaan ko pa rin ang mahirap, saya at pinagsamahan sa panahon ko dito sa Dubsu. Kaya, thanks to everyone and to anyone that came along the way in my journey at senior high school. Salamat.